In planning learning, being metacognitive, we will also have to consider our motivation to achieve goals. Because if we don't have a lot of motivation, then we're not going to set challenging goals and we're not going to put much effort into achieving them. What we know is that intrinsic motivation for the task, when we actually enjoy and like doing it, we're more likely to make that kind of effort. However, it's not just intrinsic motivation. As we know, other extrinsic factors come into play. Whilst we'd like our students to be really interested in the content, the learning process, many of them may be more interested in getting good grades because that's what gets them the job that they want. Furthermore, there is a conscious and unconscious process going on of cost-benefit analysis. How much effort's involved in this? I might want the goal, but it's too expensive, too time-consuming. And also, how do I know that if I put all this effort in, that I'm going to get there anyway? A big area that's researched is the impact of beliefs, what we believe about the nature of learning and intelligence, and also our own beliefs about our capability to be successful. Let's move on and unpack some of these issues. Interest, obviously. If we're interested, more likely to be motivated. Big question though for educationalists like us is, well, can we make school-based learning more interesting for students? A lot of research going on this, and it's a challenging one. However, what we do know is that there is an interaction between the individual and what they're learning. So people may kick off with a lot of intrinsic interest, but if the learning experience isn't terribly good, poor teaching, whatever, they could get turned off. Equally, that's what good teaching is about, isn't it? Is to get more students interested in learning and the content that we're dealing with. So the big point is this, that interest is open to enhancement. We can do something about it as teachers by the way we teach, the pedagogic interventions we make, the types of learning experience relationships we have with students. Value, well, as we know, there's a lot of value components, and you can digest this yourself, but it's a big point that students are going to value what they learn. If they're intrinsically interested in it, that adds value, and it's a kind of double benefit, so to speak. Looking at beliefs, we know beliefs are fundamental to how we see reality and how we act. If we think we're just unlucky, then well, what's the point in doing anything? And if we think we haven't got a lot of ability, then is it really worth going for challenging goals? And a lot of research that we're going to look at in some detail in later episodes, because there are a lot of application activities, comes from the work of Carol Dweck, and she talks about different mindsets. Most important, we want our students to have what she refers to as a growth mindset, and it's based on certain beliefs that everybody can change and grow through application and experience. And this is a mindset. If we believe that if we make effort, we learn well, we listen to our teachers, and we persevere, that we actually become more intelligent. Here's the full diagram here. You may have seen it. It's very well published in the literature. The big point is this, that if students have a fixed mindset and don't see themselves as being particularly capable, they don't make the effort and they orientate themselves to the learning process as documented there in red. In contrast, if they've got a growth mindset, they know that it's about effort, it's about having a good learning plan, setting challenging realistic goals, getting feedback, not seeing it as criticism, but seeing it as filling knowledge gaps. And also recognizing that learning can be a difficult process and you need to persevere and show volition. The self-efficacy beliefs, again, are well documented in area in the literature. Bandura talks about self-efficacy beliefs as the beliefs that we have in terms of our capabilities to organize and execute courses of action required to produce given attainments, e.g. meet our goals. And invariably, if people don't have self-efficacy beliefs, they don't feel they can do it, it's unlikely they're going to put in an high level of effort, and we know if you don't put the effort in, you're less likely to be successful. All the top sportsmen, if you read their autobiographies, the effort, the practice, the belief, all fundamental to success. You can read the Fazy and Fazy quote below, but it pulls the thing together of our interest, desire, beliefs, what's valuable, all come into play to affect how we go about doing our tasks and our likelihood of success.